Hey guys, this is On The Action, and here's my review of the Lenovo Yoga 720 Ultrabook. So I'm going to be splitting up this review into two different sections, the good things and the not so good things. So some of the good things is that it does come with a great IPS display. It has great colors and the pictures really pop, however it can be a lot brighter. I find myself during daytime hours to really putting up my computer to full brightness, which can drain the battery fairly fast. The computer itself is actually really fast. It can run Adobe Premiere Pro with minimal lag, as well as it has a quick hard drive, a PCIe SSD, which means you have very quick boot up times and things like any applications or games load very quickly. It's lightweight and comes with a small travel adapter, which makes it very practical when traveling. And also, obviously, this laptop has tent and tablet mode compatibility. So then you can put it into tent mode whenever you need it or whenever you're watching Netflix. Or if you're showing it off to your friends, it's cool to have. It has an active display, which I haven't really used it yet, but I'm guessing that will be very handy for any artists, architecture students, anyone in the creative industry. As well as it has a legacy USB 3.0 port, one Thunderbolt port, two USB-C ports, and both of them actually can be used for charging. It comes with one 3.5mm headphone jack and has an all aluminum metal design, which is really nice. The hinges are strong and feels premium, and the laptop itself has small details such as chamfered edges around the screen and body. As well as it has little to no fan noise and manages heat very well, so it does stay very cool whenever I use it, even on my bed or if I just rest my palms on it for a very long time. And the display is close to bezel-less. It has a great backlit keyboard, and when I use it, the keys all feel very great. Pressing them feels very nice, and there's a good, I believe, resistance and tactile feedback to them. It has a great large mouse pad. It is a Windows Precision touchpad, so you can use all the Windows gesture controls. And also it has the ability to hook up to an external GPU because of the Thunderbolt 3 port. So if you have an NVIDIA external GPU, you can just plug that in and then you can run fairly intensive games on it. And the only limiting factor would then just be the RAM and the computer speed or the CPU speed. And it also has a fingerprint sensor for quick and secure sign-in. And now for some not so good things. They do come with pretty poor speakers. They are JBL branded, however they sound very tinny at high volumes. They're not loud and have very little bass. You can use Dolby Atmos to tweak this, but it only gets you so far. At one point I actually had to send it in for repairs because of how the speakers sounded. However, Lenovo just sent it back to me and said that I had some dust and that they fixed the issue. However, I saw no difference afterwards. The computer also sometimes throttles. I'm not really sure if this is a software or hardware issue, but for example, when playing some YouTube videos in Microsoft Edge specifically, the audio and video sometimes lag, and then at one point it catches up to one another. So it is not as powerful as some other Ultrabooks and MacBooks out there. The touch display in Chrome is not the most accurate and is sometimes annoying. It is a small complaint, but when I want to hit play on YouTube, it sometimes hits the mute button by itself. It has a lack of a card reader, and it has few inputs and outputs. The battery life is decent at approximately 4 to 6 hours, depending on usage and screen brightness. But remember I mentioned that the screen brightness needs to be turned up all the way, typically, especially during daytime use. So then that leads it more to the 4-hour mark. However, it does charge really fast, so it kind of makes up for it, but I just wish that the battery life was still a bit longer. As a daily driver, I use this computer for everything, and I believe it hits a home run with everything that an Ultrabook should have. It's lightweight, has a great keyboard, as well as a great touchpad. However, it still suffers in the I/O department as well as its speaker quality. Overall, I'd recommend this computer to anyone that needs a portable, lightweight computer and doesn't need all that gaming processing power. So, overall, I would give this computer a solid 8 out of 10. Thanks guys.